All right, guys, welcome back to Tips and Tactics. This is going to be a quick little video. Um, a lot of people, and this happened to me when I first played, I'd be playing and all of a sudden one of my territories goes over to an ally, and I'm like, what happened? Did he attack me? If he attacked me, why are we not at war? Or one of my provinces would go back to an enemy, and I'm like, well, if it went back to them, where are the troops that took it? And so this is something that most of us know by now, but I do want to drill down just a little bit. This is again from that same spreadsheet. I'm going to give the address in the description below. But really, it's just the idea that, and I love it, that if the morale of the province is low enough, then they will rebel against you, and they'll rebel to the nearest popular country. So whatever the country is that's closest and has the highest popularity, they'll just revert to that country. So here's the chart. It does say here that this data was provided out of date, outdated, and thereby information provided is faulty. But as I looked over it, it looks pretty good to me. And you can check this in real time because you can look at the morale and see the chance of uprising. Once the chance of uprising is 0, you know you have enough guys. So the basic premise is this. If the morale is low, you have to have troops there to keep them from rebelling. And that's very realistic. Nothing like, 500 guys with guns to keep you from rebelling as a province, right? So here's the table. Just look it over. If the morale is 0, which it almost never is, you need 36 troops there to keep them from rebelling, 100% keep them from rebelling. Anything less, and that percentage of rebellion will go up. You might be able to get away with keeping 30 troops there, but there will be some percentage of rebellion. Now, here's what pertains directly to us that we need to worry about. When you first take over a province, it will have a morale of 25. That's because you just killed a bunch of their guys and took over their land and declared it under new leadership. The morale is very low at 25%. This table says you need to keep 8 people there. That rings true for me. Again, they say this is outdated information, and it is, but this is maybe something that hasn't changed over time. Leave 8 people there. Branch off, continue with the rest of your army, but leave 8 people behind. If you're feeling froggy, leave 6 behind. I think there will be something like an 8% to 10% chance of rebellion, but that's a low percentage chance. If you need those troops to push forward, go ahead. And then you'll see down here, let me get rid of this little bar here. Down here at 32 plus, that's kind of unfortunate that it's, I can move this bar. Right at 32 or higher, you don't need anybody there. So as soon as you bump up to 32, you can leave them behind. All right, so this is just, like I said, a quick little video. If you leave, and I've seen it happen a lot of times, it's always noobs. They come rampaging through and just capture territory, capture territory, capture territory, and they're so proud of themselves. And then you just see this chain of rebellion behind them as they revert back to the nearest neighbor or their ally. I've had that happen with allies of mine, and they just attack through, and then all of their stuff reverts over to me. And it's like, wow, you just lost a bunch of troops attacking through this region, and then all of those territories reverted to me. And then I've even had them come at me butthurt, like, what's going on? So, just keep in mind. Now, this is something else that people might not understand is you can leave behind some troops. So let's say the morale is 10. It's really low for some reason. And you leave behind 5 troops. Okay, so there's still a high percentage of rebellion. Here's the interesting thing. Your 5 troops will go over to their side. So not only will that territory be whoever's nearest, but your 5 troops will also go over to that country. So keep that in mind as well. If you're thinking about shorting that stack, as we talked about before, instead of leaving 8 behind, you leave 6 behind, leaving that 10% chance of rebellion. Well, there is a 10% chance that those 6 guys and the entire territory will rebel over to either your enemy or the nearest popular country. So that's all there is to it. There's not a lot to this video. Just quick I drill down on the exact numbers here. Again, look in the description below for the address of this document. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. Adios.